Nate is also joining us. He lives up around Brandon. Nate, why don't you fill us in on your details real fast? Give us a sketch.
Okay, so the nuts and bolts. Ex-wife got arrested for domestic violence. Filed emergency orders. Court gave the curls to her, which is against Michigan's own standard operating procedures when dealing with an abusive spouse. Since
Wait,
then,
she attacked you and she got custody.
yes, correct. And
Good
she
times.
for it. Um, since then, I've been in and out of the court system between family court and her sentencing court at least 15 to 20 times over the past year plus. I just got out of court today again. Um, since then, they hit me with arrears from the time I filed custody orders, which was in August. I had a court hearing in November, so it took them 2 months to even get me in. I didn't even get custody orders that were signed until April. And from that point on, I managed to rack up, just over $16,000 in arrears, child support, which I didn't even know what my amount I was supposed to pay until April.
Hold up a minute. Hold up a minute. I know you don't know me very well. I've been doing paralegal work and legal work for about 17 years. They are charging you ex post facto. If you didn't even have charges and they're backdating it prior to the charges, you can't do that.
Yeah,
That's called post facto.
well, we brought that up. Me and my attorney brought that up in May when I was supposed to have my divorce finalization hearing. And the judge said, unless you can show me case law, I can't do anything about it. And mind you, she kept my kids from me for 9 months, no contact. I
I'll find
wasn't
your
allowed to
fucking
see
case
them.
law.
I wasn't allowed to see them. I wasn't allowed to talk to them. She blocked me from calling the home phone within a week because I just call and want to talk to my daughters because why would I want to say anything to her? She has a no contact order put on her by the state. Yeah, it's just real messy. And then they gave her 80% custody off the get, even though she unilaterally moved them schools without my knowledge. Um, Gave her full custody. I got 3 weekends out of the month. I just got 50-50 after a very hard fought battle. Like
Jesus Christmas.
Fucking A.
tooth and nail, nothing but grit, nothing but, tactical and strategic on my part. Because if not, it couldn't have turned out that way. Um, and just this last month, she got mad at me and decided to put me back on 50, back to weekends only, against court order. And I just got out of court today, which was a waste of my time and a waste of my attorney's time. The judge refused to sign my divorce judgment. He had it on his desk since July. It just got signed today and certified.
All right. I highly advise you to file a formal complaint against the judge with the state.
Yeah.
And then do a FOIA request for all cases, all case numbers that this judge has had in front of him while he was on the seat. And then you can actually track the people down who he fucked over or who did not get a good outcome in court and have them all file formal complaints against the judge with the state. And it's all fun and games if it's 5 or 6 of them. But when you start getting up there in the 20s, 50s, hundreds, people will start to pay attention.
So on the judge thing, Nate, I can show you how the Court of the Judiciary works. Every state has one. And what it is there exists in each state a court that reviews judges for bad conduct. They just don't make it public because they don't want the public to go all over these judges who are behaving badly. But I can show you where Michigan's is.
Okay.
You can easily bring up the fact that, what is it? You were supposed to get, well, first the de facto child support thing. That's one. 2, are they going after your disability as well?
Yeah, so that's how it all started out, right? So in August, I ended up getting a job at a local airfield working armed security. And what they ended up doing was taking that income as well as my social security, as well as my paid disability, and factored that all into the payment. So I was slotted to pay roughly $2,000 a month, which again I didn't know about until January, and it didn't even become a true order until April 1st.
Okay, so everything before April 1st, you have a case to get that taken off.
Yeah, that's ex post facto. Yep.
Yes.
And the thing that bothers me the most, I'm not saying I didn't get a good judgment. I mean, I got the house, I got the vehicles, she has to pay me, I got everything I asked for and then some, right? My biggest thing that bothered me is the fact that here's this abusive person, right?
Uh-huh.
And she gets full custody. You know, I mean, I had police reports. She was in jail. She got sentenced in January. I went and had to do a victim's impact statement for that in front of a whole court and talk about, really kind of traumatizing in the way of like, I'm a 6'1", 260-pound guy who lifts all the time. And I got whooped on by this little girl who's 5'4", 120 pounds. You know what I mean?
That's another thing you can put in your complaint against the judge.
Just to try and prove that I'm not a bad guy just because I have PTSD, right? Like this has been going on for eons.
So on the giving her custody, let me tell you what's going on there. It's called Title 40 funding, and the family courts, which aren't even proper courts, they're administrative courts. What they do is for every dollar they can bleed out of you, the federal government gives them $1 or more. Apparently, we were discussing this before the show. And therefore, you are a profit center for them. They would not charge her child support because what can she give them? How much does she make?
She just quit her job.
Yeah, she was probably told to by her attorney, to be completely honest.
I have an
I've
attorney.
seen that done before. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I guarantee you, she's got somebody from the family court sitting behind her, whispering in her ear.
Oh,
I've seen that. I've seen that happen.
Yeah, I'm sure she does.
More than one. So that's why you're getting hit. You have the money. You're the cash cow. They're exploiting you.
Yeah. I found that out through my own research. Endless nights of just literally Googling every possible scenario, every outcome.
Also, Nate, okay, how much were you getting in Social Security? Let's reassemble this here.
All right, with my daughters on the case, I get roughly $1,700 a month.
$1,700 a month.
Being married, my VA is around $4,200.
$4,200. Okay.
And then when I was working at the airfield, my take home was anywhere from.
All right. So
All
right. So did you have this job when you got divorced? Or
I went and got it just because I couldn't stand being in my house anymore. I did it to get busy. Like I said, before the show, I sold my tractor, all my animals, my sawmill, because I was homesteading for like 14 years, and then need to do that anymore. I can't sit in these four walls, so I went and did that to get busy.
No, I totally get it. I'm just trying to figure out where they came up with this $2,000 a month bullshit.
I'm thinking they came up with it because they counted all of it as taxable income. That's my assumption.
Yeah.
Well, Pop, like I was telling you before, okay, so not to cut you off, Nate, but I want to reiterate some things. I want to jump on what you were saying. So they take my 50% of my CRSC, combat related service connected pay. I got wounded in Iraq, this and that. My VA, my Social Security. They even wanted to go after my wife's income because we're married. Now that happens too. And I could see Bob pointing. That happens too. Now we're in excess of almost $2,000 a month. And I told you this before on the show and all the viewers. I'm 12 minutes away from my kids. They're here all the time. So when the judge says, hey, we're going to take your VA in consideration because we can do that, I said, well, no, you can't. He goes, well, we can't get to it. And he said this in the courtroom. We can't get to it. You're right, Mr. Trudell. We can't garnish it. We can't get to it, but I'm going to make you pay it anyway. So slapped a void order on it. And that is the biggest thing I think that's happening with our veterans right now that are locked up in the courtroom, because you have one judge. There's no jury. There's no nothing. He's the one that goes, this is what's going to happen. You're not allowed to video. You're not allowed to record. They can, but you can't.
Yeah, that's not a lawful order. You don't have to obey that.
Exactly. But he goes, well, I'm going to make you pay it anyway. It's out of pocket. And Nate and I are in excess. We live in the same county. We're 12 minutes away from our kids, and we're paying $2,000 a month, gentlemen. What is going on? You tell me.
Well, we're trying to get to the bottom of that
4D.
here.
I just told you, Title 4D. Your income. You are a cash cow. They have hooked your cock up to the milking machine, and they are draining you.
And veterans are easy to pray because the money is guaranteed.
I said at the beginning of the show that we should try to refrain from such language. I apologize. I'm really torqued right now.
All right, stand by. Brandon,
Yeah.
tell us your story real quick.
Quickly, pretty much the same. Got divorced 2019. What can I get from you? The ex-wife. Okay. I didn't even know this was going to happen. We decided, all right, we can do this out of court. Next thing you know, I get not a summons and complaint, but I get something from the front of the court saying you have to come in for this smile class and all this. My ex-wife didn't even go to DHS to get on assistance. The friend of the court put her on it.
Yes.
Wow.
So there was no, well, I'm going to go do this. There's no transparency in that aspect. They put her on it. Once you're in it, you're in it.
No, I know.
So that's pretty much what happened to me. And then, we're going through the whole court system, and they're saying, all right, I want all of your income. I said, well, I don't have any income. Well, what do you have? I said, well, I have Social Security, CRSC, and I have some VA. Well, we need it all. So they collectively took this thing and just went, we're going to add this whole thing up to no job. So she doesn't have a job compared to all of this compensation for my injuries. So she's like, well, it is what it is. That's just the way we do things. We've been doing this a long time, Mr. Trudell. We know what we're doing.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.